Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's quick video, I want to show you the continuation of the progression of a project that I have been working on. It's been a long time in the making. It's been very frustrating, but I am finally here. Tomorrow is the day that it starts. So if you'd like to see what I'm talking about, stay tuned. Before we take a field trip outside, let's talk this thing through. Now, what I'm talking about is my fence extension. This is my third home as an adult. I have moved in and out of Texas, in and out of the United States. And this house was a quick buy. It was a necessity. I had changed jobs. It was time to move. I pretty much bought almost sight unseen. It was a brand new build. I expected to get more for my money. But unfortunately, in the times that we live in now, unless you're shelling out more than what I had to shell out, it can be very disheartening. And I say that because I am getting ready to start a fence extension project. I've talked to you all about it before, but tomorrow is the day the contractor comes and he's going to begin a 3-day project of extending the fence. So why am I extending the fence? Here's the reason why. The fence is being extended due to privacy and security. When they built this home, all these homes, they butted up the fence towards the back of the house. So you get all of your side windows, if you happen to have side windows on your home, like most people do, all of them are exposed. The side gardens are very dark at night. I have motion sensor lights over there. So if you don't have motion sensor lights in your side yards, it's pitch black dark and anything could be happening over there. I feel like it's not a very good situation to have. What sparked this was not only the security, but I have neighbors on both sides of me. Never before have I experienced these types of issues. And I've been an adult for quite a long time. And I've lived in a home, again, I mentioned this is my third home. I've lived in a home, a standalone home, for many years and didn't have these kinds of problems. On my right, I have a young homeowner who does not cut his grass. Now, before I take y'all out, I'm going to give you a forewarning. I have not trimmed my grass recently. It's not as tall as my neighbor's yard. It doesn't have as many weeds as my neighbor's yard, but I've left it because I needed to have the work done. I've had people come out and spray and put flags, and I didn't want to disrupt all that by cutting because that will disturb that stuff. So that's why my grass is a little bit taller than I would like. But as soon as this is done by this coming weekend, I'm going to take care of that grass. I'm going to pull all those flags up and the grass is going to be cut. My neighbor on the right doesn't cut his grass. His backyard, the weeds are as tall as the fence and or taller. I've shown you. The front yard is about not the same, but it's mid calf a lot of times. And his side yard on my side and the opposite side of his house is being cut by me over here and his neighbor on the opposite side. We're cutting the side yards. So he's making out like a fat rat. His side yards are being cut, but his front and back look like a mess. Well, I now have a neighbor on my left side who I thought was a nice neighbor. Lo and behold, she is not a nice neighbor. When she sees me in the front of the house, she's like, "Oh, hey neighbor, how you doing?" She wants to have conversation. But I have found her on 2 separate occasions. While I'm in the backyard, she has her face to the fence and she's she's peering and spying on me, poking through the fence to see what's going on over here. And she won't say a word. Now, the second time I realized she was doing it, because she had a contractor come out and put rocks along 3 sides of her fence. So basically her backyard is like a U, and those 3 sides are rocked. She's put rocks down. So now I'm hearing her walking on the rocks and she's tippy-toeing away so that I don't see her looking through the fence. Because the first time I saw her, you know how you feel like you're being watched? I looked up and I saw her, and she backed away and didn't say nothing, and kind of like, oh, maybe she didn't see me. No, I saw you, nosy. So I had to put up what you all are going to see in a moment, a privacy screen. That privacy screen is roughly 50 feet, and it spans that side of the fence all the way down to where my compost area is. That way I'm not disrupting or making my neighbors behind me feel any kind of way if they can see my compost bins. But y'all already know, y'all see my compost area. I like things tidy. So my compost area always looks like that. That is not made for TV, not made for YouTube. That's how my compost area always looks. And there's more than one reason why I do it that way. I'm trying to make sure that I don't have any pests coming in my garden, which I still do. But I want to make sure that it's not because of my compost, because I've never experienced that before. So with all that being said, let's go outside. Here is the dog run fence, and excuse the mess over here. I need to get those weeds up and get them in the weed fertilizer bucket. But as you can see, I keep my water buckets along this side of the fence to collect water for the garden. I'll be taking my solar lights down. Those are motion sensor lights. Those were up there so that my dog could actually have light when she came this way. But this fence is going to be moved. As you all can see, there are 2 windows there, and this fence is going to be moved. Make sure that those windows are behind the fence. Right now they're in front of the fence. So we're going to be pushing this fence that way, and I'll be going outside the fence and showing you what that looks like. This is what I was talking to you guys about in the inside, the screen. But this is the gate, and the gate is going to be moved to all the way down the lane, and I'll show you how far that goes. About how the grass was growing on my side. I've had to reposition some cardboard. I was unable to put any cardboard here because, as you saw, as I opened up the door, this would have been, it would have interfered with the gate. So as soon as this is moved, the gate is moved, I'll be able to smother this out. But as you can see, the cut flower garden has of course grown, and everything over here is not where it's going to be, but this is just some of the stuff that is going to be in this side garden. But let me show y'all something. But I'm going to have to redo all of this because the grass is coming through. And so where you see the tape right there, that's where my new fence post is going to be, somewhere in there. And the only thing that'll be outside will be the water and the gas. But that's where the fence is going to start, somewhere there. And it'll cover up, and then my cut flower garden will begin to take shape to where it actually looks like something other than a hot mess. Water line already run. Let me go back this way. I've already put down my drip water line. It is already on. I stopped it all the way down there. It goes halfway down. I could put more tubing if I choose, but that's just where I stopped it for right now. On the opposite side of the house is where my where my memorial garden is, all the way down there. Yeah, this is the side that I was telling you guys about. Over here is my memorial garden, and I have been placing flowers. I've got plenty of flowers growing. It looks like a hot mess right now. I need to clean it out, but I've got tons and tons of flowers over here. I've got cannas over here. I moved this rose in the spring and put it over here. And of course, my peony is not looking so great. No, that's not a peony. That is a hydrangea. Piggy, it's not looking so great. It's getting a little bit too much sun. So putting the fence over here will give it a little bit more shade on this side. And I've got some bindweed that keeps coming back. No matter how many times I snatch it out, it keeps coming back. So I need to do a little cleanup. But of course, you can see I've got my fertilizer buckets. But my rose is loving it over here. I need to cut back some more flower blooms. But this is my memorial garden in the making. So this fence right here will be moved all the way down to here. It'll stop right there, and it'll cover up my washer dryer, my dryer vent. Here we are, day 2, and many hours later, the posts are going up, and I'm so excited. can actually visualize being enclosed in my new fence. I am standing inside of my new cut flower garden, and I cannot wait to start actually working over here and turning this into what I feel is just a magical little space. This is where the gate is going to be moved to, and the contractors are actually working on the other side right now. They just bought this little bitty gorilla cart earlier today. Isn't it cute? You know it's hot when your contractors come with a huge umbrella. It is so hot out here. I don't know how they're doing this. Day 2 is done, and as you can see, the fence framing is up. Tomorrow they're going to be putting the slats and or pickets. I'm not sure what those are called. I can't quite remember. And then of course the gate on, and then the fence will be done. It is coming together, y'all. It is coming together. This will be the new entrance right here as I'm standing right where the new gate's going to be. And this will be my cut flower garden. It looks like I don't have room to walk where the black trash can is, but I actually do. That black trash can will be moved a little bit closer to where the gate is, the entrance to the gate. So then I'll have a more of a walking path to get through here. On this side of the yard, there was an issue with the gate. My side is 6 feet. My neighbor's side is 5 feet. And as they put up the gate posts or the posts, it was more on my neighbor's side than on my side, even though following the actual gate that they put up, it's accurate. But I didn't want there to be any issues with my neighbors in the event that my neighbor currently that lives here, if they move, I didn't want anyone to say that I'm not on my property line. And so he had to make some changes. So my gate entrance is actually 5 feet. So it kind of curves in a little bit, but it's not going to be as noticeable as it looks to me right now. But I'm liking it. And this is going to be a new gate. That's going to be, that fence panel is going to be taken down. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 3. And the gate panel has come down. This is no longer going to be the gate area. The panels are being brought over and they are getting ready to work. The new gate is going to be all the way down there. How exciting. Look at all this. Look at all of this. My plants are actually loving his mist machine. He's got a mist machine right there. I'm sure they're absolutely loving it. Oh, wow. You guys, I'm so excited. So this is day 3. This is the final day. The panels are going in. The gates are going to be put up. He took the hardware off of this gate, and he's not going to use this because he bought some bigger panels, or I don't know, y'all, I don't know. I don't know what those are called. Pickets, I don't know. But he bought some larger ones because they were cheaper. And so he's going to build a whole new gate. And I'm going to be utilizing this panel as well as the one on the opposite side for a project that you all will see in the future in the garden. So I got spider webs flying around me, y'all. Hopefully I don't have a little spider on me. Let me get in the house. But I wanted to show you all what's going down. It's day 3, and I'll see you later. My contractor is still here, and he is still working on the fence. But the gate to this side needs to be completed. But as you can see, the fence itself is up. So let's take a walk. My internet cable will need to be re-dug into the ground, but that's fine. He used like a doming method on the concrete down there because this side, I told him, it floods in the spring. I did tell the contractors when the house was being built about the flooding, and they claim that that was done purposefully. I think that's a load of horse manure, but that's what they claim. And so I do have piles of soil. I will be using that soil to bury the cable line, but this is the fence. And he gave me an idea on what I could use to stain the fence. One of his friends stains fences, and he gave me an idea of what his friend actually uses. So I may end up using that method, but the fence is up. And I'm sure you all are wondering, well, why do I have the back side of the fence um, on my side? Well, he mimicked what was down there when the original fence. He mimicked the original fence. So that's why it looks the way it does. And the pickets, if that's what they're called, are on the outside. But I like it. It's really nice. So, and as you can see here, I still have a pathway to walk. I will be taking my paver stones over there and laying them out so that my trash can, which was moved, is up under the paver stones, and I'll be smothering out all of the grass that you see. All of this grass along the edges and in the pathway will be smothered out. I have plenty of cardboard to do that. It's going to take me some time, but I will do that. So he is now working on the opposite side. So over here, all he has left to do is to make the gate and to take those, to take that piece down. And I think, let's go down there. Let me see. He's going to take this off, but I'm not certain. I have to ask. I have to ask him if he's going to take this off. I'm sorry, y'all can't see. I think he's going to take this one off, but I'm not certain if he will or not. It's butted up against this one. And over on the opposite side, this whole piece needs to come out. And this is the other gate piece that will be utilized for the gate. So I have lots of wood that I'll be reclaiming and using for here, another project. So I think he may not finish today. He said he was going to finish today, but it's already 6 o'clock and I can't see him finishing today. So we'll see. And he just finished this gate and he's working on the second one. So today is probably going to be the end of my gate install or extension. He is now working on creating or building this gate, and the fence is done. As you all can see, I laid down a little bit of cardboard. I'm going to put more cardboard and some wood chips down here, and I'll be cleaning up what is down there. And once I'm done, I will show you all what it looks like when I begin to work in the side gardens. But hopefully by the end of today, you'll be able to see the final gate and fence extension project. Good morning, everybody. Day 4, final day, and the fence and the new gates are in place. As you can see, this is a cut flower garden. I have a lot of work to do. I still have more soil to move and cardboard and wood chip to lay down, but that'll happen on this weekend. But the fence is up. I have already begun to put up my solar lights, and I have a couple of S hooks where I'm going to be putting up some hanging pots. I've got a few of those. Let's go to the other side, and then I'll take you outside of the gate, and you can see what the gate looks like on the outside. This is the memorial garden side, and the fence is up. The gate is up. I have hung up some solar lights, and I have a lock on this gate because this is on the opposite side of my home. This side is where my neighbor's gate is over here, and all of this will be cleaned up this weekend as well, and it will begin to actually look a whole lot better because now it's not going to be behind, it's going to be behind the gate versus being in front of, and I'll be able to get out here more by just entering through the backyard. So today's final activity is my contractor is going to be here in a little bit. He's going to be taking out these posts right here, and I have one on the opposite side. So those will be coming out. I'll be keeping those, and I'll be using those in the garden for a different purpose that you all will see in the coming weeks. So let's go outside the gate and see what it looks like from the outside. This is the memorial gate fence new addition side. And as you can see, the fence is up and it looks amazing. The only thing I have issue with is the large space right here. I can see in, other people can see in. So, but I think that's done to make sure that there's room for the latch. I'm not sure, but, and of course the wood is going to shrink as it dries. But outside of that, I like how it looks. I like the privacy it gives. I like having my windows behind the new fence. So the next step is staining, and I don't know if I'll show you all that process. If you'd like to see that, leave me some comments in the description box below, and I'll take you along on my staining journey. Here we are on the cut flower garden side. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have the gate moved is so now you can't see my trash cans. They're literally right here, and I don't have to worry about the homeowners association giving me any type of fines because they can see the trash cans from the street. All they can see now is a fence. So I like the fence. Let me move over this way. As you can see, it gives me lots of privacy. It feels like it gives me a lot of extra room for gardening, and I am loving it. So let's go inside the gate so that you can see. Now, bear in mind, it's not completed yet. You saw on the other side, there's lots and lots of stuff I've got to do, but this is what it looks like. So let's go in. As you can see, my trash cans are right here. I was laying down some cardboard last night, just kind of giving myself an idea of what things are going to be looking like. And that is the garden from this side. Let's creep down that way. The soil down there on the ground is wet, so I need to let it dry a little bit before I can try to move it. It's very heavy. But this is the cut flower garden. There's lots going on. This is not how it's going to look when I'm finished with it, but this is what it looks like right now. And you can see that I have already been adding some solar lights, and I looked at the solar lights in the pathway last night, and they look beautiful. I also have some hanging solar lights there that I've created, and I put those up. So those are a little bit of a DIY craft. Nothing special, but just a little something. So this is what the cut flower garden is looking like, and it will change in the coming weeks. And I am hoping that it is going to be something spectacular. At least it is in my mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fence extension and new gate project. If you did, leave me a comment, share the video, hit that like button, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you either in my kitchen or my ever-growing food forest real soon. Bye for now.